different from web page to web page, and every web page has a goal. What is the goal? It has to rank for set of keywords. Now I have a web page called Manjunath, and this web page's main goal is to rank for all the terms related to Manjunath. It could be Manjunath Chowdhury, Manjunath Kandra, Manjunath Digital Marketer, or Digital Marketer Manjunath. You all get it, right? So who finalized all of this? Anybody can finalize who understands the relevancy of these terms with the information that has gone onto the web page. Correct? The web page is completely about Manjunath, and if there is any other name for Manjunath, and that is relevant to Manjunath, correct? Yes. So Manjunath is just referred to as a digital marketer consultant widely across the globe, across the country. Maybe just for digital marketing consultant also the page can be optimized, right? But just because I am a digital marketer, it cannot be optimized for digital marketer. Maybe Manjunath digital marketer is fine, but just digital marketer is not the correct thing. Why? Because because I am not known as a digital marketer to the complete globe. Correct. When people search digital marketer, their expectation is not for Manjunath. Their expectation is set of digital marketer profiles. Are you understanding the intention here? So the biggest mistake digital marketers do is they think I am digital marketer, so I'll put digital marketer, pipeline, digital marketing consultant, pipeline. So they just pick these kinds of keywords. So when you are searching for digital marketer, your expectation is intention. We call it as we will use this word very widely intention. Okay. So what is the intention when they search for digital marketer? They look for set of digital marketers and from which they should be able to pick what digital marketer. They are not going to hire hundreds of digital marketers, but their expectation is they have to explore multiple profiles and pick one profile from it. Yes. The requirement is multiple profiles. Is your page showing multiple profiles? It's all speaking about one single profile, correct? Yes. Now that is more suitable for just Manjunath rather than anything else. Just because I do paintings or drawings, I cannot optimize it for painter, artist, correct? Yeah. Correct. So all these things, considering starting from identifying the keywords, if we have not done that activity of identifying the keywords, we are going to do that. We identify the keywords. We identify for which kind of page it is suitable. We will do that activity today, right? And then we did it.
No, sir. We did the keyword searching and all.
So you both were absent to multiple classes. Definitely, you would say no. No problem. Whether we have done it or not, we'll go through it once again. Majority of them have not gone through it, I guess. Okay, shouldn't be a problem. One class, right? So identifying the keywords, assigning the keywords to the web page, and how to use, how to incorporate, how to prioritize the keywords. So if you have 10 keywords, Manjunath Chowdhury, Manjunath Kandra, Manjunath Digital Marketer, which one has to be given more importance?
Yes.
How do you understand that one? So we are going to learn that as well. Okay, and using those keywords, we try to bring in various kinds of content or information. Right? One thing we understood, usage of the keywords and bringing relevant information to the user to engage the user, and having the selling and marketing pitches. So your on page takes care of all of these things. So now what does your site level SEO do? On page SEO is only applicable to that respective page. It's unique for every single page. But when it comes to site level SEO, sleepy. I slept at 1 o'clock and woke up at 4 o'clock today. No, I did not ask the reason, right? I have actually a very good reason. You might feel odd about your reasons if I give my good reasons. Okay. So, anyways, so if you want to wash your face, go wash your face. And is it really boring? I always feel that I'll be making it.
What do you want? You're waiting for that only. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram, sir. Now you can stop. Okay.
No, I will. I cannot stop anybody. Okay. So,
Sir, now you're going to do keyword research, right?
we are going to do so it's not about keyword research. Maybe probably we might have done the keyword research. If we haven't done, we will do the keyword research again. What is next after keyword research? We are going to make use of the keywords from the keyword research file. How do we use the keywords? How do we put them in use basically? Okay.
Basically, looking the keywords like Google search, all this, that is called keyword, no?
Keyword planner. Keyword planner.
That is planner.
Keyword planner. Have you used it?
Sir,
We
Google,
put.
you get some.
No. That is not. That could be part of keyword research, but it's not that's not the full keyword research. Have you heard of something called as Google Keyword Planner?
You use that word, sir. Google keyword planner.
So we put one seed keyword and gives us few tens of keywords or hundreds of keywords. But anyways, we are going to learn that very organized.
For websites or any other?
Oh, that is.
Is it applicable for only for website or like anything?
See,
For YouTube in Facebook.
applicable for so YouTube. No. So that's it's not about it's applicable for everything. See, from the data you draw some conclusions out of it always. Okay. So you understand. Okay. So a lot of people are looking for that. That doesn't mean people will go to Facebook and search for it. So basically, it educates you or helps you to understand. Okay, there's lots of demand for shoes. People to purchase shoes online. Correct.
Yes,
From the data, you just understand. Oh, okay, crores of people are looking for to buy printer. So there are good chances that I can promote this printer on Facebook and Instagram also, but not really the right thing until unless you really understand if that is B2C product or B2B, or is it really useful for everybody. Do people look for that product on social? I mean, like show interest in it when they see it. We have to understand these things as well. Okay. So today I will give a brief of all this on-page, off-page, site-level, and technical SEO, and then we start getting in depth each of those things. What all we do in on-page, what all we do in off-page, and different things. Okay. So now, anyways, you understood the on-page is all about taking care of everything that's needed for the web page, which assures that the web page is optimized for search engines. Okay, and which is specific or unique to the web page. We'll type the definition here for your reference. You might forget otherwise.
So then what is white hat SEO and black hat SEO?
I really don't know, but still I'll try to explain what is white hat and black hat. Okay, so see, people speak white hat and lot dot most commonly. Okay, somebody randomly brought it. Okay, so for example, you might have your own way of explaining something about me. In front of your dad, you might use a nickname or some other name for Manjunath. वो आदमी है ना बा हाँ कुछ आदमी मालूम नहीं मुझे ठीक है so same way people started using those terms for their reference and really I don't know what is that. I will explain you what is white hat and what is what from their perspective what is white hat and what is black hat. I'll tell you, but I'm not aware of it. Really, should we be
So there's
using them?
something called, according to Google and all, it's there, but it's not that like there is no drastic changes in what you are teaching. So it's very similar.
What I'm teaching?
So,
So
more
what?
technical,
Huh.
or what is that on page, off page,
Hmm.
and everything, right? So is it similar to that only, and they have given different names for that?
No, not about that. Not about
Or is
that.
it different?
So there is something called as you can do certain things in ethical way and unethical way. Okay. So for example, you can make money ethically and you can make money unethically. In SEO also, so people felt that I can unethically rank the website by doing certain things which fools search engines, and they named that as black hat SEO. And they can do certain things ethically and can rank the website, and they name that as white hat SEO. You understood the difference between the black hat and white hat? Okay.
You say white is pure.
Huh?
That's why I mentioned it.
So I don't know why they have used white hat and black hat. See, ideally speaking, see there is no way. See, they are like I do. How do I come up with the best example for you? Ethical, unethical. See, this is a place, it's a place you cannot be unethical at all. You cannot be unethical at all. You cannot do unethical things at all. So, can you think of this? Can you do something really against the country and survive in this country? You can't, right? It's quite difficult, right? You cannot think of it, or even if you try to do, it's not possible. By any chance, if you do it, you will. See, it's not even about you will make some money or you will make some name. Nothing is going to happen. There is nothing a beneficial thing for you from any perspective. Correct. So in SEO also back to a decade or even before that, people tried doing certain things which they assume that we are trying to fool Google. They assume it was their assumption. Okay, I am not really moving the needle, but I am projecting myself as if I am moving the needle. Okay, see, for them it was like a hack, or see, you might fool someone and you will feel proud of yourself sometimes, but you never know. Let's assume that you are trying to fool me, and you must have assumed that I believe you, I trusted you, you have fooled me completely. Will you really know that what's happening inside me?
No.
Correct. That's your understanding. You are doing something and you are feeling, oh, okay, bakra bana diya main. Correct. You go to some Shivaji market and Jayanagar market or somewhere, you will buy. He will be putting MRP 1,000 rupees. He will buy at 100 rupees, and you will feel, 1,000 rupees. I brought it at 100 rupees, and that fellow will be thinking 10 rupees thing. I have sold it at 100 rupees to you. Correct.
So that is black hat.
No, that is not black hat. So people try to do something like that, and they feel that I am doing black hat SEO, or I am. There are certain things. I'll speak those things as well. See, that shouldn't be called as black hat SEO. See, basically doing something overdoing. Will there be a black hat, white hat murder? Murder is murder. Wrong is wrong. Correct is correct. Right? So they do something very wrongly which they are not supposed to do, and they will give a name as black hat, and they assume that it's going to help them. That's no way helps anyone. That's a wrong perception again. Wrong perception, and their other understanding is black hat SEO paralyzes their system or website. Okay, so it's not about penalizing the website. It's basically mm, see, you have gone for a police training selection thing. It's not blacklisting you. You are just not eligible. The moment you meet the criteria, you are taken in. Correct. People now call that again. They call it as Google has penalized you. You know how people used to scare in SEO. My website got penalized. My website is gone. My business is gone. So up to 2012, for a few years, 2 or 3 years, even Flipkart was penalized, and Flipkart did not perform on Google. During that period, many other companies made very good business. Small companies, e-commerce startups emerged, and they did very well. This was up to 2012. The story. This is before 2012. Okay, so some automated query was running on the system. So the simple logic is maybe Google would have blacklisted also, penalized also, right? But since then, I have never seen. See, I heard of that story. Even that was my start of my career. 2010, 11 is my start of my career. I have never seen, since then, never seen website getting penalized or blacklisted by search engines. It was all about meeting the criteria or not meeting it. If you're doing something to the best, you will see something good happening to your website or business. Okay, but people misunderstand. The moment their traffic goes down, the moment their website doesn't perform, they think Google has penalized my website. Okay, right? So here, yeah, keyword research. Before this, we will the different types of SEO, the different types of SEO. Which are the different types of SEO? On page SEO, site level SEO, technical SEO, of page SEO. So tomorrow somebody else might come up with some new terminology and call it as another SEO also. Okay, no option. Blindly we have to. So if it is acceptable, we all will also accept it and we will start adapting and using it. Okay. Okay. So what is this on-page SEO? The SEO implementations are practices which are unique to the web page, and this activity aims at optimizing every single web page for defined set of keywords and for the uh, defined set of keywords, and takes care of marketing and selling elements on the web page, which basically contributes for the engagement. Okay, see, this on-page SEO is not only improving your engagement, it's also improving your CTR. It's also improving your CTR. You know the titles, descriptions. So we will cover all of that after this keyword research. We have discussed on-page SEO one by one. Okay. For now, we'll just go with the definitions. You all understood on-page SEO. Okay. So on-page SEO mainly focuses on keyword allocation to the web pages, keyword optimized title, description, and title, description, H1, alt tags, and content. Okay. It mainly focuses on keyword allocation, keyword optimization, marketing tactics, and selling elements on the web page. So this is basically the communication. The third point is all about the communication that you make, the selling elements you bring, right? The best communication you make in order to sell the product or service on the web page. This is similar to a effort that a salesperson puts. Okay. Okay. So next, what is site level SEO? Site level SEO, I'll show you. Yeah. So in site level SEO, so the things could be part of web page, or it can be somewhere that belongs to the web page. I'll show you how it is. So for example, these are called as breadcrumbs. You are going to strategize that breadcrumbs are needed for all the web pages. See, breadcrumbs are the hierarchy that indicates, so basically the structure that indicates hierarchy or tells to which the web page belongs to. See, this is Bangalore page and it belongs to Certified Scrum Master, and this belongs to Agile Management, or Agile Management belongs to Home. So it basically indicates the hierarchy. Okay. So this way there could be multiple implementations. I'll show you a couple of them. Okay, so maybe I can strategize to rename this button to something else, and this is part of site level SEO. Okay, so I might decide to show a form to the right side instead of image on all the web pages. See, site level implementation is basically that is applicable to all the web pages across the website, not just to one page. A strategy that's basically taking care of that implementation for multiple web pages at one go or for the complete website. So, for example, I'm going to add a navigation here. I'll decide or plan to show up like this. So that's a site level thing, correct? Correct. And which should be part of your SEO implementation. Okay, so that is site level SEO. So it's not just about the there is something called as XML sitemap, HTML sitemap, robots.txt, rich snippets, right? We will be learning each of these things in depth. That's when we get to know what they are. But you all understood, right? What is site level implementation? If we have to define site level implementation, an implementation that's in general applicable to the complete website or most parts of the website, or implementation that's basically a communication about the complete website to the search engines is a site level implementation. Okay? So now, can one of you repeat it? Site level SEO. Site level SEO is in general implementation that's applicable to the complete website or to the most parts of the website. A site level very slow. Site level SEO in general. A site level SEO is in general an implementation that's applicable to the complete website or to the most parts of the websites, or ideally an instruction or details about the website to the search engines. The site level SEO is again an on page SEO. Okay, a site level SEO is in general an implementation that's applicable to the complete website or to the parts of the most parts of the website, or ideally an implementation about the website to the search engines. Ideally an instruction or details about the websites to search engine. The site level SEO is again an on page SEO, since you are still implementing it on the website. On the website, so this is on the website. So, but it's not completely, or maybe we can, most of the implementations can be on the, this is on page, right? Or any other changes that you make or also can be on the page. Changing this, but it's not completely on the page. Maybe we can put most of the site level implementations or also the on page implementations. The site level SEO is again an on page SEO. Most of the site level SEO implementations can also be not also part. Most of the site level SEO implementations are also on page SEO. on page SEO. Okay. We will, when we discuss each of those implementations in detail, we will get to know. Okay. The site level SEO mainly focuses on the site level SEO. The site level SEO mainly focuses on, what is that focusing on? Breadcrumbs, rich snippets, XML and HTML sitemaps, UI slash UX, uh, the site level marketing and selling elements. Correct. It can be site level also. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Marketing and selling elements can be unique to the web page, or it can be the same thing across the website as well. Correct. Something like that you put in the top message bar, something like that. Okay. The site level UI UX, breadcrumbs, snippets, XML and HTML sitemaps, UI UX. Uh, okay. Okay. Breadcrumbs. So I have already mentioned it here, the site level, a lot of things. Robots.txt. I think we have missed robots.txt. Robots.txt. We will discuss everything in depth. Okay. So rich snippets, it's basically a schema implementation that would go for another hour or 2 hours. So for now, you just remember what all covers in the site level SEO. Okay. Okay. So the list can be bigger than this, but don't worry, we are going in depth about each of these things. The document already has below. Okay. So these are about the on page, sorry, site level SEO. Okay. So next is technical SEO. Okay. So, being a BCom graduate or BCA graduate, or BCA, very well you might know about the HTML servers to an extent. Okay. As an engineering graduate, there are chances BCA. See, it's not about that compulsorily everybody knows about it. It's purely about their interest as well. Okay. Anyways, regardless of education background, so the websites will have technical part as well. Okay, such as servers, right? How the information comes from server to the web browsers, right? See, all this technical understanding, so you don't know technically how it is coming, correct?
Yes, sir.
Or maybe as per our classes, the previous classes, you would have understood here and there. Okay, so roughly, okay, information is on the server, and from server it comes to the browser, correct? So to discuss, it's all looking very simple, but there is a very deep process over there. Okay, we need a deeper and see, we understood HTML, CSS, and JavaScript comprises your front end or web pages. HTML to present the content, CSS to beautify your content, and JavaScript to make your content functional, to make your web page functional. Correct?
Yes.
This is what we know. Okay, but there's a lot more to understand. What makes it the best web page? So just doing a web page in this, I mean writing in HTML, CSS and JavaScript would make a web page, but it doesn't really make the best web page. So how is best measured here? How quickly a page loads. How quickly a page loads, how small the page is. The page cannot be 10 MB. The page cannot take 10 seconds to load. It has to be less than 2 seconds. Websites load in milliseconds. In half a second, a web page loads. In quarter second, a web page loads. Quarter second is 250 milliseconds. In 100 milliseconds, a web page will load. Correct? So now these things play a crucial role in multiple things. If you could recall about the key metrics, these things play a role in improving the crawl stats of your website as well as your user experience will improve. Correct? So the technical aspects of the website play a crucial role in enhancing your content delivery, the quickness. Websites will load quickly and this will improve, this in turn improves the user experience. And second thing, the primary thing, though we are discussing here as a second thing, that's the most important thing is search engines will crawl your website very effectively. Most of the web pages will be crawled very easy for to happen to make this all this happen. So now from 10 MB you are bringing down a web page to 200 KB, 300 KB, not 5 MB. 5 MB is now it's better not to have a website. You can simply have some hoarding. People will have 10 MB also. That's the other thing. Correct? So now how do we make it 500 KB? From 5 MB to 500 KB, how do you make it? Correct? So for this, you need to understand the technical aspects. The study of all this technical aspects of your website, the implementing the best practices. See, that is all from search engines perspective is what we understand. Ideally speaking, even without search engines, this have to be to its best. Correct? Forget about search engines. When somebody types www.flipkart.com, can Flipkart expect them to keep waiting if it takes 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute? People don't even wait for 1 minute. I'm telling you, web pages have to be loading in less than a second, especially highly competitive segments. Correct? So now the study of all this technical behavior. So what I was trying to tell is, regardless of the search engines, so you have to understand the technical aspects of the website and the implementations that can help you to progress all of these things. So your technical SEO main focus is to improve the performance of your website. So sometimes developers spend several months to improve this performance. It needs a deeper expertise on the domain. They cannot make the website load in 1 second or 2 seconds that easily. When the application is very heavy, when the website has back-end database, see, it counts. See, database is something like I have stored. So let's take a simple example. A store owner again. So for him, the database is his warehouse, his godown. So you are asking something to him. If he is taking half an hour to get that from his godown to here, will you be waiting for him? This can be optimized to such an extent. The moment you ask, it can fall from the roof to down, right? His godown or warehouse can be right above him, correct? And it can be so quick, correct?
Yeah.
Correct? If he says, "Bhaiya, abhi aata hu, bhaiya, mera godown udhar hai, bhaiya," I have seen that happening. He goes there for half an hour or 1 hour.
The customer is already.
So now exactly the same happens with your website as well, but here your database remains at one place only. But the problem is how you query your database. Now think of, you are a store owner, you have sent your person, go and get some product from the godown. He aram se goes walking, singing, dancing. Okay, he will have a smoke, he will have a coffee on the way, and he comes back after 1 hour. Ideally, you could have, if he had sent him, he would have brought it in 2 minutes. You took 20 minutes. Correct? Exactly the same happens with your DB queries, database query. So whenever I ask for something on the website, see now in order to serve all this information, a query is going to the database. All this information is coming from database to your front end, especially for dynamic websites or the websites which has backend functionality built, which is completely automated. In these cases, the information will be on the database, and this database querying depends how quickly the data can come from the database to web page, depends on the developer, the database developer or the backend developer, how effectively you can write the queries. Correct? There are scenarios, people who wrote very wrong queries and their websites never performed. See, bot is coming to read this page, and bot can read this page only when there is information on this page. It's not about bot can read only when there is information. Bot also places a request for all these details, correct? And now this request goes to DB and bot has to wait till that information comes from DB to front end, right? Now, if bot is waiting for too long, it's taking too much of time, correct? I'll show you one simple example of such thing happening for one of the client, and we literally fought with them to get it fixed. Okay, so this is one more very important thing which 99% of the SEO professionals don't understand what it is and how to read it, and this is where people fail. And this is what the deep expertise that larger organizations are looking for. Okay, yeah. Take this example. A lot of them don't know how to read this or understand this data. All they know is on-page SEO, bits and chunks here and there, site level SEO, and both of these also they don't know why they are doing it. If I know I am doing it to get the CTR, I will at least focus on CTR and what has to be done to improve the CTR. If I know, so see, if they don't know why they are doing it, definitely they will not do the best. Okay, so this is a tool, Search Console. We are going to discuss this as well in depth. Okay, but for now we read the data here under the settings. See, this is basically all the experience of Googlebot. Googlebot, whatever it has experienced, it has stored everything with it, and we are requesting that by creating an account. Correct. Now think of you have to saved all your money at a bank and bank never gives any kind of access to you. How much is there in your account? Now what will we do? We will request for an account. We will create an account. We will download an app and we will check how much is there, how much is coming, how much is going. So exactly same way, all the data, all the experience of the bot is saved with Google servers. Now I am creating an account with Google Search Console accounts, and I am accessing or understanding what's happening with Google bots. I should know, right, what's happening with Google bots. Won't you be asking for a feedback when you provide any service to someone?
Yes, sir.
You will, right?
Yes.
Even if you prepare a coffee, भैया अच्छा है क्या भैया coffee? Huh? Correct?
Yes, sir.
You will ask, right?
Correct.
So you should be knowing what's happening. Now look at this average response time. Okay. So this average response time ideally has to be less than 500 milliseconds. Less than 500 milliseconds. But what happened here? 14,280, which was actually much higher than 40,000. After multiple calls, so I have kept all those call recordings in private mode or unlisted mode. I will walk you through, I will like give those links to you all also once. You will understand how to speak to technical teams, how to speak to vendors or the web development agents and get your work done. And learning that also is very important, right? And usually you get that exposure when you work with your seniors. So for example, let's say you are working with me in the team, and if I'm making you part of those discussions, you will get to know how to speak, what to question, how to face their questions. Correct. So I have a couple of them that will be the case studies for you. I'll share those links directly. You watch them. Some of them will be just for half an hour, and some would have gone for 2-3 hours also. Okay. And sometimes you will see me shouting on them, making them explain, feel them. That you will listen it, you will get to know. See now this 30,000 milliseconds. So what's happening? Bot, which ideally is supposed to be spending less than 500 milliseconds, is spending 30,000 milliseconds in reading one web page content or information. Why is that happening? Some wrong coding. The developer doesn't know the best practices of rendering data from database to the front end,
Okay.
or his code is getting into an infinite loop. Okay, you all know what is infinite loop? You will never get, so you must have seen the kids playing, right? That home, they will send home and they will miss in that home only, right? Room,
Yeah.
door to door, they keep moving inside. Finding a way outside will be very difficult for them, correct? That is infinite loop. You will never find a route or way to come outside. So now the same happens with the bot. When it is asking for some information, it is, if it is going there and getting it, whether that is 2 seconds or 20 seconds, it's still responding, it's still coming up with the information. When this gets into an infinite loop, bot will face 500 server errors, but real user will be able to open the website. The way how bots read information and the way how real users read information, sometimes on the web applications, we call all this as web application. Now this is called as, so this is for you, it is just a website and front end. For this there is a huge system in the background, the database, the database, uh, the server, how they are querying, and lot of things in the background. Okay, so basically the technical SEO is now understanding the technical aspects of the website and bringing in the best practices in order to enhance your enhance or improve the website performance. Okay, you will be dealing with website front end practices, back end practices, and database querying as well, which nobody discusses about this. Database querying, how the queries are happening to the database. Even we won't discuss how the query is happening, but we'll be just stressing on while coming, you have thrown the stone. I'm not bothered about how did you throw, which stone did you take, what is the diameter of the stone. I know that you have threw a stone on me. Correct?
Yes.
Right? Because if you have to understand database, again, you have to become a database developer.
So there's a question here. Now, technical SEO means like it's completely into HTML, Java, what you said. Okay, to create a very good technical SEO. But it's like, do we need to study that or how?
So there are two ways always. Okay. So whatever you are learning today here, you could have learned all of it by yourself, which would have taken several years,
What happened here?
right? And you can have someone explaining it to you, right? Is there any difference in you learning and somebody explaining it to you? The only difference could be time.
Time, yes.
Second difference is there is a chance that when you learn on your own, you might miss out on a lot of things. The other way also there is a chance when you completely rely on me, if I am very inefficient trainer, you would miss out on too many things,
Yes.
right? So now here, how are you learning? Same way there are multiple tools to understand these things. These tools are from the various tools. Some of these are free. Search console, just search console will fix 99% of your problems. If you can understand data of search console, you don't have to study the technical so all the it's a much detailed guide on technical SEO. You don't have to learn how queries. See, just you just catch hold of the person. This is an issue. You just focus on issue. Website is loading in 10 seconds. I don't know what you do, how you do. The website should not should be loading in less than 2 seconds. The website should be loading in less than 2 seconds or much lower than that. I don't know what you will do. I will not tell what you should do. That's not my expertise, right? My requirement is
Should be less than
less than 2 seconds. And so we are going to study all of this, where to study, how to study, all this we are going to understand. And all that will be very interesting. On page SEO, every single thing that you go through will be interesting. The technical SEO, site level SEO. Okay. So the technical SEO is the set of technical SEO is all about. Technical SEO is all about understanding the technical aspects of the website, technical aspects of the website, and implementing the best practices as per the search engines norms in order to improve the performance. Okay. See, So what happens is the ideal scenario. Usually what happens is, so business owners whomsoever meet the developers for building their websites, they will not know anything. The only thing that they will know is, I want colorful website. I want that. I want this. Correct? They'll get the website done. They will never get to know. It's not about they will never get to know. You will never know there is a country like USA until Vasco da Gama discovered it. Correct? So it's something like that for business owners. Until you discover it by yourself or by through someone, you will never know there is another world, right? So for you, it was Vasco da Gama who discovered there is another country, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Am I correct? Is it Vasco da Gama?
That kind of issue.
Yeah. So for you also, it will be like that only. For all of us, so if you already know, you will be instructing the developer. I want all of this to the best. If you don't know, until it's discovered, it will never be addressed, and that will be addressed when you hire a search engine optimization professional. Okay, and now the problem is when you hire these people also focus on page SEO and off page SEO. These are the only two things that they know illogically here and there. They don't know the real logic of why they are doing something again. Okay, so even these people won't be able to address. So your technical SEO being in place is really a fortune thing that could happen for a business owner.
So, example, my website now initial starting is loading in nanoseconds or whatever it is. Later on, I might add blogs, I might add photos, videos, and all that, where the website might become heavy. So, will that number change or how it is? It will be like that.
So it's something like that. Mm. So see when there are two things again. So the data comes from DB, right? When there is lots of, see now it's as simple as this. I'll tell you, it works in a multiple ways. So your warehouse is this room, your godown is this room. You have placed only this bottle in the room, and when someone asks, go and get this bottle, it's very easier for a person to get that bottle. Now another scenario, so you have well organized racks, everything properly named. You ask them to get something, it's still they can easily get it. Correct? Here, uh, so this can be correlated to a good server, a good configuration, a good storage space. Now, a wrong RAM, a smaller configuration RAM can be compared to a godown where everything is scattered or everything is one upon the other. It's really a burden or hectic for you to find out that product, pull out that product to your store. So your poor configuration will cause the issue, but not too much of data. See the scenario case two, case one was only one bottle. Case two was everything was properly organized. Case three, there is lesser stock than in the case two, but everything is mixed up and everything is one above the other. Now you face difficulty in finding the product. Now the problem is not with the data. So your data, if you have a poor configuration for the data, see as you, I mean like upload more and more content, the space taken also will be more,
Yeah.
right? So when there is too much of content and your server configuration is not really up to the mark. So for example, GoDaddy, you have taken 3000 something hosting space. Now on this website, if you start having hundreds and thousands of images, that will for sure impact on your
Yeah.
load time. Nothing to do with the practices of your front end designing or how it queries the data. Basically, the RAM itself is small, the storage space itself is small. The storage space, the storage that you have is also struggling to pick the data from there because it's not free. It's lots of data. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Correct. So, so you understood the difference. Having too much data is not a problem. Not having the right configuration for your data is a problem. Correct. Yeah. So it's all about understanding the technical aspects of the website and implementing the best practices as per the search engine norms in order to improve the performance of the content delivered on the website. Technical SEO deals with optimization of optimization of the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It also deals with the optimization of the coding practices, the queries to database and data handling. Okay. See now, in 2015, okay, so I joined a training company, one training company. That's not the regular trainings like this. That's trainings for professionals who has at least 5 years of experience. That project management training, product owner training, Scrum trainings. Okay, so this company was running programs, 2 day program. The training is just for 2 days. They'll have multiple dates published on their website. So, for example, when they are dealing with 10 courses, let's say every today Monday they have batch for all the 10 courses, and again on Wednesday they'll have the batch. Again on Friday they'll have the batch. Again on Saturday, Sundays they'll have the batch. So this way, throughout the month they will have multiple batches across the globe, across multiple cities. This will lead to thousands of dates published on the website. Okay. So now, in order to get this information, maybe I'll take example of this now. In order to get this information to the front end, the data, all these dates will be stored on database. Let me go here. Okay. So in order to get this information to the front end, a query goes to the database. So now they are going to show. So they will not show all the expired dates. Correct? They shouldn't show the expired dates. The training which was happened in the month of December, there is no point of showing those dates. Like those are done. So if you see that the most recent is January 25th, 26th. Do you see January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, any dates? Correct? But that doesn't mean the data is not there. The data will be there. That will be sitting on the database. The problem was the developer had written a query. In order to pull these dates from the database, the query was running through all the dates of the past 5 years or 10 years.
Okay.
I am asking you, when is uh, Republic Day? Straight away you can go to the calendar, January sheet. When is half moon day or when is full moon day? I am asking you, in the month of January, straight away you can go to the January sheet. What is the point of you going to last year calendar, last 3 years calendar, last 4 years calendar, and think of the amount of time wasted now here in this process? Correct? Exactly. Though everything loads in nanoseconds, milliseconds, exactly still the same process happens, and this will be sometimes getting into an infinite loop, and it says timeouts. The web page will be loading, but when it comes to this data or information, the bot will be experiencing a severe outage issues. So exactly the same was happening with this. I mean, like something like that was happening with this trendy paper as well. That's the outage issue. Okay. So front end it loads. See, this can be issue for both real users and the back end. Sometimes for front end users, so 3 seconds is not a big deal. For bots, it has to be in milliseconds, nanoseconds. It's not that necessarily it has to be nanoseconds. It's something like that. I mean, like it's something like this. So if you are so it's something like this. If you are so if you are taking more leaves in a month, let's say you are working only for 10 days a month and another 10 to 50 days a leave, you would probably get half salary. Correct? If you are working all 25 days or 30 days of the month, you would get full salary. Correct? So same way, it's not that you will, so bots are forcing you. Your employer must be okay for this sometimes. It's not that compulsorily you have to be all the days at the office. But that example is wrong. But to understand, employers would expect you to be at office all the days. Correct? They don't expect you to take off half of the month and come only half of the month. Correct?
Yes, sir.
But here bots says boss, everything is in your hands. If you do it to the best, I will act accordingly. If you are not doing it, my criteria is I am suggesting you come on time here by 10:30 and you are coming here by 11:30. So I have to somehow stop it. So I have to stop it here, stop it by 12 o'clock max. So I am somehow extending it to 12:30. If I'm not extending, and if you're all coming by 11:45, and I have to stop it by 12 o'clock, what happens?
Yes, sir.
So for me also here it's a problem. Correct? But here bots ignores. Bots would try doing something, but how long they would do? It's not how long they will come with the fixed bandwidth. I have only 15 minutes of time. Whatever the situation, whatever the scenario it is, I cannot extend beyond 15 minutes and strictly they will move out. I have 15 minutes of time. Using this 15 minutes of time, will you make your website 1000 pages get crawled or only 10 pages get crawled? It's completely in your hands. Just because your web pages are loading, each web page is loading in 10 minutes or 10 seconds, I don't have to crawl everything spending 20 hours now. Correct? So that's how bot. So bot is clear from its perspective. It has come with 10 minutes of time. In 10 minutes of time, it's completely left in your hand. How many pages will you get crawled? Whether you get crawled only 10 pages or 20 pages or 100 or 500, whatsoever it is. Okay. So you all understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So and I'll show you example of how the where will we? We haven't started. We will do that. Just we are discussing. So on the day of registering for a digital marketing course, you are asking where will we do digital marketing? Where will we do SEO? We are just trying to understand the definitions and what is that SEO means. What is on-page SEO? What is off-page SEO?
One thing
Yeah.
to ask, it is something